Hey guys, welcome to the review show. My name is Austin. Welcome back to another movie commentary. Merry Christmas, everyone. I am here joined by Sean O'Rourke. If you guys don't know, he was part of a previous movie commentary for Total Recall, which was a lot of fun. After this video, you guys should go check that out. But he also joined us on the Terminator Zero series. Hopefully, they do a season 2 for that because I would love to see that series continue. But we know after 2 seasons, Netflix would probably cancel it. So we're going to be checking out Die Hard. Um,
Yes, one of the
this
best Christmas
I
movies
was about to
ever.
ask you a question. Is this a Christian movie? Definitely not a Christmas
No,
movie. And I'm curious if that argument is still going to this day, if it's not, and if it is, or if it's finally settled down. But
there
I
there are
definitely
people that say it's a Christmas movie, and then there are people that say it's an action film that takes place during
during
the
Christmas.
Christmas. And I say it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, because there's Christmas music. There's like literally like is Christmas all spelt around it. It's a more of a Christmas movie than Red One.
I know. I saw. Oh boy,
It's so
that
bad.
one.
Now, with that being said, let's get into Die Hard. Probably can't well, not show, but have you guys hear a lot of the music in this movie since there's a lot of Christmas music.
You don't like flying, do you?
What gives you that idea?
You want to know the secret to surviving air travel? After you get where you're going, take off your shoes and your socks. Then you walk around on the rug barefoot.
I'd like to welcome you to Los Angeles.
Hey, quit checking out those ladies.
That's what's funny is like he carried a firearm on board
Yeah, you
a
cannot do
plane.
that anymore.
Well, I mean, he's a cop, so I think I don't know what the procedure is for cops, but definitely something that I doubt you could get away with now.
The 1980s were very different. This was 1980, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 80 something. My brother-in-law used to live not too far. Anytime he'd go into town, he'd see the Nakatomi building and he'd take a picture of it and send it to me and go, "Oh, look, I'm at Nakatomi Plaza."
Hey, Holly.
Hey, Holly. Shut up, you bastard.
Love this guy though. He's such a cocky actor, the character. He must have been fun to play.
McLean residence. Lucy McLean speaking.
Hello, Lucy McLean.
Who knew she was going to grow up to be in Die Hard with a Vengeance and or not Die Hard with a Vengeance, Live Free or Die Hard.
Wait,
And
what? The kid?
the little girl, she grows up.
Really? Oh.
She's played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead in Live Free or Die Hard, and then that really terrible actor plays the son in the fifth
Jai
Die
Courtney.
Hard movie. Jai Courtney, yeah, the guy that just can't act his way out of a paper bag.
Yeah, he also has a good agent too, apparently.
Yes, a really good agent. But I think they've all caught on that he's no good because he's not been in much.
He'll probably be in the sequel for what's that James Cameron movie? That he was also a villain in. Oh, Aladdin? No. It starts with the A, not Avatar, but
Alita Battle Angel.
Yes. Yeah. He'll probably be in that.
Relax. We got everything in this mug, man. Your friends have to trot. Know a few mama bears we can hook up with. Or is he married?
He's married.
It's funny that anytime you're in a place with palm trees, they like to make the color palette sepia, like it's humid, but it's not really humid in LA at all.
No, just bad drivers.
Yeah. That's the Fat Boys. You don't know that. You were too young. It was before your time.
The only time I hear is while watching this movie.
Wait, is it the Fat Boys or is that Run DMC? It might be Run DMC. I'm totally wrong. The Fat Boys did a Christmas album, and so did Run DMC. Oh,
All music sounds the same as these days, so you can't really pick out who's singing what anymore.
yeah, but this was the 80s.
Oh,
Not
no, for
today.
sure. Back then you had Blink 182. I mean, Blink 182 is still around, but
Blink 182 was not around in the 80s.
were they?
They didn't come on the
Late
scene until
90s?
2000. Late 90s, early
Okay.
2000s.
They sound like an 80s band, so
Do they?
to me they
God, I
do.
feel old. I feel old.
Hey, don't say that. I'm starting to feel that way.
Type it in there.
I love this. He's like,
What the hell
Yeah.
is this?
you gotta type in the touchscreen directory, but she put Gennaro, which was her maiden name. So right away it's like
The tension between the relationship.
The
is
tension
like
is there.
it's a nice setup to like their some form of history without diving into their issues.
It's like a cop scoping out all the
Yeah,
cameras.
it's also a nice like foreshadowing of a nice way to set up like foreshadowing of like, you know, the layout of the whole entire building because he's a
Yeah, it's
cop.
like
He kind of
one he sees it, but once the bad guys get there, you're like, oh, dude, they're gonna get the surveillance. They'll be able to see everything. And Argyle just hangs out in the limo, listening to music
not played
while
by
all
Henry
hell is
Cavill.
breaking out.
Yo, where's Diddy? Is Alan
I mean,
Rickman really only known for Die Hard and Harry Potter?
no, dude, Alan Rickman's been in 100 movies.
Well, those are the only two things I've seen him in, even though I really like him. I haven't
You
seen him
never
in
saw
anything.
Galaxy Quest?
No. What is that?
What?
I,
You've got to see Galaxy Quest. Oh my God. I
Oh, you're
love that.
talking about that Tim Allen movie. I've seen this before. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I was very young when I watched that.
Yeah, when you came out. Yeah.
I was right in.
Nice. I have you to thank for that?
Seems the least we could do.
It's like a replica of like what the building looks like, or is this they just made up their own what?
It's probably what it looks like. They probably scouted the inside, or they probably didn't. They probably made what they wanted to in order to meet what they
This-
needed, like the waterfall and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff was probably not in the real building, but it's definitely all a set.
Hey, what's that white stuff on your desk?
Oh, hey.
He was snorting
That was-
dubby. That's not how you use it.
John, I was hoping you made that flight.
Show him the watch.
Later.
Come on, show him the
He
watch.
made the flight. He made the flight. Yeah, show him the watch.
It's a Rolex.
It's a Rolex.
It's a Rolex. I love this guy.
Boopy, I'm your white knight.
You know, it's amazing that like even you know all these catchphrases and lines from this movie. And that's the thing that I feel like a lot of modern day movies are
That
missing.
they don't have.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily catchphrases, but they're not quotable. It just goes to show you how poor the writing is these days in movies that you can't quote a film.
I missed you.
I guess you didn't miss my name, though, huh? Since when did you start using Ms. Gennaro?
It's a Japanese company. They figure a married woman's got
You are a married woman, Holly.
Mr. Nero,
Did you just say Gennaro? We were just having an argument about this.
Mr. Takagi is looking for.
Takaki?
Hi.
What a terrible name. A lot of people in this building needs to get their names changed. They should all be named McLean.
He's
Knocks
got that
himself out.
nasty scar, fake scar on his arm, man. That's like character development there. It's okay, he's been through the ringer, been shot or knifed or something.
He's been put in a lot of situations with the sign that says, I hate such and such. I'm not going to say the word, but yeah. If you have not seen Die Hard with a Vengeance, then you won't get that reference.
Yeah, you had to have seen that.
People will think I'm being racist.
9 times out of 10, all of these henchmen are stunt men in real life.
Since we're talking about stunt people, did they actually do a certain stunt off the side of the building in this movie?
Yeah, they used a decelerator,
Oh,
which was one of the first times or second times. I mean, they'd used it a couple of times, but they put a guy on a thin wire and they drop him off the building. I mean, they didn't do that with Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman
Wow.
was only about 20 feet off the ground and dropped
Well,
into some
yeah.
cardboard boxes, but they didn't tell him when they were undoing the harness.
oh, so when he
So
dropped,
the reaction on his face is real because he was scared to death to do the stunt.
did they tell him that, hey, we're not going to tell you when we're going to drop you, or did they just?
No.
Oh, okay.
It might have been like, we're going to count down 1 to 5, and then they would pull it at 2 instead of, so
Ah.
it was before he had a chance to react, you know.
Yeah. Where is Potter? Bring the boy. This is if Harry Potter had guns. Solve your situation, Voldemort. Instead of using wands, use a gun.
Barefoot, didn't have time to put his shoes back on because he was doing the thing that the guy told him on the plane, which was to, you know, if he was stressed, to dig his feet into the carpet. It wound up being one of the coolest things about the movie is he ran around barefoot the whole time.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure without you seeing his feet, I'm pretty sure he's probably wearing some form of shoe wear.
Oh, he probably had on some sort of like slipper that looked like flesh.
Nice suit. John Phillips, London. I have two myself.
It's a nice suit. I would hate it to ruin it.
I am interested in the $640 million in negotiable bearer bonds that you have locked in your vault.
What money? What kind of terrorists are you?
Who said we're terrorists?
Who said we were terrorists?
They're thieves.
Exceptional thieves.
I'm telling you, you're just gonna have to kill me.
Okay.
Come out, little man.
See, right away they just assume it's some dude. They don't realize he's got a gun. That's the beauty of the whole thing. This movie has a lot of scenes with obvious stunt doubles, like these guys with the wigs on.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, especially the guy, the blonde hair.
Did Bruce Willis want to do most of his own stunts?
No, man. Look,
No.
and if you look at the feet on that shot, those were rubber feet on that stunt guy. You'll have to go back and look at it. The first tumble down the staircase, and it looks he's got rubber feet on.
This stuff is bad for you. See, I haven't watched this movie in 2 years. I'm remembering quote lines. Jesus.
I know. Well, see, but here's the thing about a lot of the really good writing. You can quote Hans Gruber. You can quote Clarence Boddicker from RoboCop. You can Darth Vader. Like they're bad guys were written so well that you love them.
And they just and next when you come back to it, they just even like when you haven't watched it for years, your brain just somehow remembers that and just makes it click in for you. See, that's where school is failing. I don't remember jack shit from school, but I can remember movie lines. That's where I will succeed in life.
Well, but that's again, your niche is what you want to do with your life. If you remember movie lines, then this is something that you can work with.
Yeah.
But if you don't remember pre-algebra or algebra, then what are you really going to do with that?
The average person doesn't really use algebra in their life.
Algebra, long math is really for engineers.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
I like the little slap, just like.
Mayday, mayday. Anyone copying Channel 9? Terrorists have seized the Nakatomi building.
Fire signal. I'll handle it.
Think I'm ordering pizza here?
This channel is reserved for emergency calls only.
No fucking shit, lady. Do I sound like I'm ordering pizza?
I love that.
That's so
Do I
funny.
sound like I'm ordering a pizza?
If this is an emergency call, dial 911. Otherwise, I'll have to report this as an FCC violation.
Fine. Report me. Come the fuck down here.
And he's dead. That's the last time we saw of him.
Thought you guys just ate donuts. They're for my wife. But yeah, she's pregnant. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I love it. Anytime they're shooting and you see these sparks going off, that's a guy off camera for the most part with a paintball gun with these things called Zerker rounds. And it's basically a paintball, and when it hits the wall, it sparks.
Oh, I forget the whole line. The only line I don't remember in this whole entire movie is the vent line.
Oh my God. I'd throw up. I have a fear of heights in real life. So when I see these giant drops, like down an elevator shaft, I'm like, ugh.
You would not do well as a stuntman.
No, I would get my own stunt guy.
So you're saying if Tom Cruise came up to you right now and say like, "Hey, I want you to be in a movie, but you have to do your own stunts," you want to do it?
It'd be hard to turn down Tom Cruise.
Yeah. See what's also great is that he's just an ordinary guy. There's nothing special about John McClane.
No, he's very much like. That's the beauty about some of those 80s action stars that weren't Schwarzenegger and Stallone, is that you've got these guys that are normal people thrown into extraordinary positions, like Indiana Jones is just a normal guy. He's a professor of archaeology, and he has to, and that's why I like about these movies is like John McClane's always beat up by the end of the film. His body's just been through everything.
And that was a real stunt.
Oh, yeah.
Come out to the coast. We'll have a few laughs. We'll get together. We'll have a few laughs. I do remember it.
Come out to the coast. We'll get together. Have a few laughs.
The soundtrack of this movie kind of reminds me a little bit of Star Wars when they're on the Death Star.
You know, it feels very much like Predator too.
Yeah.
It's got a Predator.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Whenever I see this movie pop up on TV, they would change the line because, like, they can't have curse words on
Yeah,
television,
yeah,
and they would
yeah.
choose the dumbest lines the dumbest things to say to replace that line. And I'm like, really? I've heard there was like one for Die Hard 2 when it came to his line. I forget what it was. It was so bad.
Hope I'm not interrupting.
What does he want?
It's not what I want, it's what I can give you.
Boopy, I'm your white knight.
It's what I could give you. He's such a deal maker, such a salesman.
It's obvious you're not some dumb schmuck up here to snatch a few purses, am I right?
You're very perceptive.
I figure you're here to negotiate, am I right?
What's also funny is that he's completely wrong.
Hey, John boy.
Alice, what have you told him?
He's panicking, thinking about Holly. What did you tell them? Oh, I told them we were old friends.
Oh, you brought me a Coke? How nice. How cool they could sponsorship this hostage takeover.
Hans, this asshole is not my friend. I just met him tonight. I don't know him. Jesus Christ, Ellis, these people are gonna kill you. Tell them you don't know me.
Well,
It's
I
your
like
last bit.
this shot that's about to come up. Yeah, this shot. I like this shot. You can see through his head.
Oh yeah, right there. All the blood. The thing about Hans Gruber is he had this whole plan, and every time something was a setback, he already knew. He was
What to
playing
do.
chess when everybody was playing checkers.
Like there's not villains like this anymore. And I just want to know where in Hollywood that we stop being creative in this way.
When they started calling movies and TV shows content, and that's when Netflix came around. When they started calling stuff content and not films and television shows, that's when it became a machine to just crank out whatever crap they wanted to crank out to fill server farms with unlimited content
Yeah.
for people to consume. That's
And
when it happened.
And people eat it up, especially like these remakes. Like they're remaking How to Train Your Dragon. We're getting a remake of that next year.
Well, that's
And
a live action version of
the show of the movie.
of the cartoon.
Yeah, and it's going to be a paint by number remake.
Hi there.
Oh, please, God.
I think he does such a good job too. Alan Rickman.
He's a really good actor. What did he die of? Cancer? Did he have cancer?
I think so. And this scene always got me because I used to own a Beretta 92F, and when he hands him the Beretta, there's no ammo in it. You can tell when
Right
there's
away
no weight, when there's
into a
no
gun.
weight in it. And I'm surprised that Hans, pulled the trigger thinking he,
That's
thinking
one
he
of-
could shoot when you know the weight of a gun that has ammo in it.
Yeah, like that's one
It
of
puts
like
an extra,
Hollywood.
I swear to God, it puts an extra half pound on the gun. Easy.
Yeah.
14
like-
rounds, a full clip.
It's like those one things that Hollywood don't think about. It's like, if a gun actually had ammo, you probably could tell if it doesn't or doesn't. And so I would like to see a film try to get away with that, but then the villain be like, there's no ammo in this.
Yeah.
Like,
33. Stockwerk. Kommt. Sofort.
does Bruce Willis like playing a cop? Because it seems like in every movie he plays like a cop. That just came to me. There's a lot of films I see him in, he's just a cop.
What, Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
It's easy to play a cop, especially when you've played the best cop in cinematic history.
Was
One
this
could
his
argue.
was this his very first cop role?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Did you know about a Die Hard prequel?
I did hear that they were trying to do a Die Hard prequel, but it was supposed to have Bruce Willis in the beginning of it,
Yeah.
and then fade into the story, which was going to be the prequel, and then at the end it would wrap up where the villain throughout the movie got away and he meets up with him in the end. But because of what was going down with Bruce, it never happened, never materialized.
So it's almost similar with the unedited version of Die Hard with a Vengeance, where he finds Han's brother and like
Right, and goes and kills him.
yeah.
Yeah.
That ending's a lot better because it shows how dark someone can come, even if they're a good person.
Yeah.
The theatrical cut's stupid. I don't like the theatrical ending, even though I really like that movie. That whole entire final act with the helicopter felt tagged in, and it was tagged in because it was supposed to be a more of a. And I don't know if it was the director's decision or if it was the studio that felt like it was too somber. It was too dark.
I think that's what it was. Too dark. They didn't want him to turn into a villain, you know.
Hey, I would have loved to see that. Maybe like John McClane in the fourth one turned to a bad guy. That would have been interesting. Been a different role for Bruce Willis to play.
What'd you do? I shot a kid. Oh, it was dark. I couldn't see him. He had a ray gun, looked real enough. You know, when you're a rookie, they can teach you everything about being a cop except how to live with a mistake.
It's probably the only movie I've seen lately that actually kind of dives into the trauma of being a cop. Like most movies treat cops like they're terrible.
Which movie? This one?
This one, yeah. Like this one actually dives into like how tough it is to be a cop and trying to make the right decision. And
well, you look at Lethal Weapon 3 when Murtaugh shoots that kid, you know, and it wind up being his son's friend from the neighborhood, you know. That's pretty sad stuff too. They tackle a lot of that.
This is such a wholesome like song to be playing, and it's playing while the villains are like winning.
Merry Christmas. And you know, the more people that die, the less he's got to split the money.
Yeah.
When it comes to the bad guys.
You know, your mom
Uh-oh.
and dad are very important people. They're very brave people. So is there something you'd like to say to them as they're watching?
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Mrs. McClane.
It's actually Gennaro or Divorce. This is on the same level as the fight scene in Indiana Jones with the helicopter. Well, not the what's a plane? Not really a helicopter.
The plane? Yeah.
Whoa. Uh-oh. He would be in more pain with all that glass. Do you see the like in 40 years, do you see them remaking this movie?
No, I don't think they'll do it.
They'll be too scared.
Yeah, I mean, why? Why would you try to remake this?
I mean, they're remaking everything now.
Did you see the movie that Skyscraper that
Dwayne
The Rock
yeah,
Johnson
that was
did?
terrible.
Was that kind of? I didn't see it. Was that like a Die Hard?
Essentially, yeah. It tries to go bigger than Die Hard.
They're gonna try copycatting it, but no one's gonna make a Die Hard movie. But then again, Disney owns 20th Century Fox now, and Disney might decide to make another one.
I mean, hey, their 20th Century Fox movies have been doing really well. You got Alien Romulus making $350 million at the box office off a $100 million budget. Yeah, Predator doing really well on Hulu, and they have another Predator movie coming out next year that's actually going to be released in theaters.
What was it you said to me before? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Oh, it's really what is the watch that he's holding on to, which is funny.
That's he really fell 25 feet or so into the airbag, and that's a real.
How is my wife, Holly Gennaro?
Holly McClane.
You got yourself a good man.
Still couldn't hold on to him, even in part 3 or part 2.
Like I said earlier, the Jurassic Park 3 effect. I don't know why they just wanted to keep them divorced. First time ever he's pulled a gun on someone after the incident, and that's how it is. There's no other Die Hard movies, even though I do like Die Hard with a Vengeance. Die Hard 2 is all right. It's not
Die Hard with a Vengeance is really good.
Yeah, it just has a terrible ending. Die Hard 2 is okay. It's pretty much just copy and paste of Die Hard. That's all that is. It's just not as good.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. We just watched a Christmas movie together. Die Hard. John McTiernan,
It's-
directed by John McTiernan, starring Bruce Willis. Merry Christmas. That's how I look at it.
If you did not see Red 1 in theaters, and if you were planning on watching that for Christmas, don't. Just watch Die Hard. You're better off. Or just watch, if you want to watch The Rock in something, watch him in Fast Five. I don't know. Or Chris Evans in Captain America.
Captain America.
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon is a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Maybe that's next year's Christmas. Or we'll just, every year, we'll just do a Die Hard. We'll do the Die Hard films. And next, we'll get to Jao Courtney. That's not, well, actually, Die Hard 2 is the last Die Hard Christmas, if you really think about it.
Well, look, Jai Courtney kills every franchise he's in. He killed the Jack Reacher franchise. He killed Suicide Squad. He killed Terminator. He killed Die Hard. Every time they put Jai Courtney in a franchise, it gets destroyed.
Well,
afterwards.
let's just be fair. Terminator was already on a down skirt. Anyway, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. We'll definitely have John on for more. We were talking about off camera, maybe to do the next like couple films to be like something he's never seen before. An option is Dune. I know he doesn't like.
I haven't even seen Avatar 2, The Way of Water.
Okay. Well, maybe.
I mean, there's a lot. I skip a lot of the 3 hour.
What we should do then is do the Avatar film, since that's coming out next year. We should do that. We should make plan for that. Because I actually like Avatar 2 more than the first one. I find the first one
twisting. You're twisting my arm. You're twisting my arm.
Well, hey, we watched 2 great films.
Yes.
So we gotta spread your wings. We gotta
Total Recall, Die Hard.
Yeah.
And you gotta watch The Goonies.
If I watch The Goonies, would you watch like Dune and Avatar?
Okay.
All right.
Only for you.
All right, sick. So we got it on video. He cannot back out. He's like,
I can't back out. I can't back out now.
We got it on video. So anyway, guys, Merry Christmas. Hopefully you guys have a lovely new year. I've been slightly putting in the list together. By the time this comes out, like I said, we're recording this in November. I already have stuff planned for the next year and stuff already recorded. I already have a couple of TV show commentaries already planned as of, so anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Like always, we'll see you guys next review. Bye, guys.